Welcome into the era of AI. Hello there and welcome. In this video, I'm going to teach you about advanced blending. Now, of course, I've already taught you about advanced blending, but nothing like this. This one is very special. And of course, in order for you to understand what I'm talking about, I have a sample. Now, let me click on this video. So watch the video. You can see that lady over there, by the way, I've generated that picture with Midjourney. And the lady over there in the picture, you can see that the stars are actually coming through her face. You see that her face has those transparent elements, or it has a transparent element to it. And you see, now if I play the video back, let me just play it back. The stars are coming, coming from the, you see these areas, the cheekbones and all of this. We can see inside. We can see, it almost seems like she's one with the stars. Okay, so that is an interesting effect we can achieve with Photopea. So without further ado, let's go and do that, shall we? Now, first of all, you would need an image. Now, I would honestly recommend that you go ahead and generate some kind of an image that you can use. Now, in this case, I have used some images from Midjourney, and I have actually used this image in that exercise. But right now, I'm going to use a different image. So back here, I have generated a couple of images. This time, I'm going to use image number 1 in this case. So I'm going to use a different image. Now I'm going to take this image by clicking on copy, and I want you to do the same thing and go back to canva.com, click on create a design, go for custom size, and let's go for 1920 by 1080 pixels. And I can click create design. So once I've done so, this is the design. So now let's get right into it. So first thing is first, now that I've created this, what we can do is we can put the image here. Now, by the way, you could also download images from Midjourney if you want to. And if you're wondering about the prompt says, realistic side view of a woman with smooth, dark complexion, eyes closed, serene expression, high cheekbones, defined jawline, hair pulled into a neat bun, and wearing a delicate earring, plain white background, And this was a prompt suggested to me by ChatGPT, by the way. So I didn't actually create it myself. If you think I'm a genius, I'm not really the big genius, right? So nothing but a humble human being. So here you can see that we have this image. I'm going to click here on edit, and we have the option, the background removal. Remember, you can use the app, which is background eraser, or remove.bg, the website, or if you have Canva Pro, use the background removal option. Now, it's important to remove the background, and now I'm going to go ahead and just try to scale this from top to bottom. It's important to scale it, actually extremely important. I need to scale it to cover the entire screen, and I need to make sure that when I'm scaling it, it actually is blended, so it has to come out of the Canva background. And now we have this beautiful image. I'm going to edit, adjust. By the way, this is a high quality image, which looks exactly real. And if I auto adjust, watch this. I'm going to take it to a whole new level by adding some, some sharpness, some clarity, some saturation, some other different types of or different colors. And notice that I'm really taking it to the next level. So you can see that Midjourney is capable of really interesting stuff. Now I have this image of this beautiful lady. I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm just going to say beautiful lady. And I'm going to click share and click the download button. And I'm going to download this with a transparent background. So I'm going to click right here, image downloaded. Now what I want to do, I want you to go to Photopea, okay, photopea.com. The best version or the free version of Photoshop. Now that we are here, what we can do is we can come over here and drag this image right here. So now that we drag the image, now here's what we can do. We can start working on this. So first of all, I want you to click this image, click Control to select the image itself. And now once you've selected this, of course, make sure you click Control so that you see it says Select Pixels. And it has to select the face. So it has done that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a new layer. And on this particular layer, we can color it differently. So for example, I can come to this layer, maybe color it by editing. I can fill this layer. with a golden color or something. So I'm going to go for a custom color. In this case, I'm going to choose a different color, the golden color, hit OK, OK. Now this layer has a golden color. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to paths and I'm going to come over here, selection to path, and I'm going to come over here. And now I'm going to click layer and I'm going to go to vector mask, current path. And now we have our frame. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually remove that and I'm going to show only this. And I'm going to click File, Export as PDF. So let's export the frame first, and then we're going to create the other part. Now, creating the frame is the easy part. So now what I'm going to do, first of all, click Save. There you go. And now let's get back to Canva. And in here, what I want to do, I want to add a new page. And I want you to drag the PDF just here. So drag the PDF and make sure that you click to paste it on top here. There you go. And I can actually detach the image from it. And we have this particular frame. Now let's go back here for a second. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to drag this particular frame or this particular layer, drag it down. Okay. Drag it down. Sometimes Photopea also can be quite annoying. So drag it down here. And now what you want to do, you want to click this particular background. Now, if you want to show it, just click here and you will show it. And what I want you to do is I want you to double click here on this. And remember that we can use this thing to blend it with the color that is the golden color. And in order to make this a little bit better, what we can do, we can move it, somewhere here. And we can now take this Alt button. You can click the Alt button and only select the other part. And move this back and make it smooth. And now click OK. And you can see that now this is pretty interesting. Now let's make it even more interesting. I want you to click this background. Make sure that you click it. And click Control J. Click Control J. Control J. Now what that did is actually duplicated that layer on top. I want you to double click on that layer and make sure you bring this back to normal for that layer, not for the layer below. And hit OK. Now, once that's said and done, I want you to click the lasso tool. Make sure the lasso tool is pointing to unite. And now let's select the important features, which are the face or the facial features. We need to make sure we make a very good selection on those features. So I'm going to go and make sure that I select every little thing that I must select. So I'm selecting. And by the way, I made a pretty good mask. And now I'm also going to select the ears because the ears are extremely important. So I'm going to select the ears. Doesn't have to be a perfect selection. Maybe you want to select just this little part. And now click OK. So once you've made your selection, you can click OK. Now we have this particular selection. I'm not sure why it's looking like that. I think I'll have to select all of that. Yeah, that's good. Now that we've made our selection, what you need to do is to click here on Add Raster Mask. And now that we've added this raster mask, click on that particular raster mask and go over to Properties. And, just add a feather to it to kind of make it blend in. And what you can do, you can disable this first layer. And now you can see that we have some transparency here, through the face. Now you can close, and now you can go over here to File, Export As, and let's export this as a PNG. Make sure you do not show this part. Now let's just export this overlay as a PNG and go back to our design. So this is our design. Now we're going to get rid of the first image because we don't need it. You're going to come over here and take whichever video, image, whatever it is you want to do. So I'm going to take video. I'm going to go and search for galaxies. Galaxies. And I'm going to come over here to videos, and there's a bunch of videos of the galaxies. I'm going to take one of them, maybe like this one. And when you take that video, I want you to place it inside of the background. Then I want you to double click on that video and make sure that it takes the entire screen surface. So it has to take the screen surface, all of it. Now let's drag the same video. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to drag it again, and then I'm going to click this video now. Make sure you click Control while moving it around, and then place it here. And now you need to actually make it as big as the other one by doing something like this. Now I need to move it to the top, and now it's pretty much it. I'm going to position this to back, and now you can see we've achieved this beautiful effect. So now that you've done this, go over and upload the frame, or not the frame, but let's just call it the overlay, the transparency overlay. Upload it here, and now we can use it. We can put it on top. We will put it, but we will not put it inside of the frame. Now click it and make sure it doesn't go inside of the frame because it's going to show like this. So what you want to do, you want to click Control or Escape while you're moving it, or just make sure you don't have any element that contains material touching the frame. I can move it from here without touching the frame. I can also move it from here without touching the frame, and I can make it big. It's pretty much 16 by 9 inches, so it would fit perfectly. And watch this. It really does look interesting. And by the way, we can also change the background image or background video if we don't like that background video. So if you want to use maybe a different background video, you could absolutely use it. So we could have the lady. Now let me do it. I'm going to remove that background video. I'm going to have the lady with the galaxy, flowing through her face, but in the background, we could put the ocean, the deep blue sea. Deep blue sea, for example. And now all of a sudden, we have two different videos. Now let me take this one, for instance. I could take this and replace the background with it. And now you see her face is showing something, but in the background, there's something else. So it's just that I would say, the sky is the limit for what you can achieve with this. It's really, the sky is the limit. Now it's taking some time to load because obviously it's a high quality video, but you see that this is really interesting. And by the way, if you put this on a video, let's just say a meditation video, it's really incredible. It's really incredible. You can create a meditation video that plays in a loop, and you can put some voiceover. I'm going to teach you how to do that, by the way. But it's really interesting that this can happen, So I hope that you've enjoyed this particular feature here, because I really do. And I wish to see you in our next video.